each person has a unique gift, and when they recognise what that gift is, and then they bring it to that business, can you imagine it? It's a bit like a kaleidoscope. You'll have all these different colours and patterns, and oh wow, well, what could we do here? And then, really anything is possible in that business.
Well, the programme in many ways is all about experiential learning, but there's absolutely plenty of reflection time so that they can kind of take away those rich nuggets of learning and integrate them. It's also about giving and receiving feedback, so by nature it's intimate. The setting is designed in such a way that they'll go away feeling not only inspired but also revitalised and restored. So it's, we're looking at giving them every level, the emotional, the spiritual, the physical and the mental well-being, which, let's face it, is often forgotten about in today's business environment.
What it's like is, do you know the Wizard of Oz? Right, so picture the yellow brick road, okay? And so Dorothy's on the yellow brick road. She's going to see the wizard because she needs some answers. She wants those answers. She wants to know what's it all about. And she gets there and she realises she had all the answers herself right from the beginning, and that's it. That actually that's what they're going to go, aha, bing, or whatever, massive light bulbs, chandelier going off. But actually, I am who I am, and I'm proud to be me, and I love being me, and that's really it. Much more resourceful, because essentially they're going to have it all. And that's the thing, is that you can have it all. This thing about, well, if you choose to be a mum or you choose to do this, you can't have that. It's such a load of old BS. As we say, struggle is so last century. If an individual is aligned to their purpose, their sense of self, then they start to create, and they realise they are a creative being, and that they've got it all within them. And I think I'd like to illustrate it really quickly, perhaps, with an example of one of our previous clients that came on the programme. And basically, when he came, he already had a business that was growing. And as a result of working with us, he runs events every month. He went from having 15 events a month, and within 6 months, there are now 75 events a month. And you can imagine the number of people's lives that are being touched by the work that he's doing. And it's all about building community and business simultaneously. And the next step, he's thinking of taking it out to Europe. Now he wouldn't, potentially he'd have got there anyway, but I like to think that as a result of coming on our programme and having a couple of days in what's usually a manically busy schedule, just to reflect and to really get into that sense of his own authentic power. What is it? And taste it. I mean, it is about actually tasting it. So it doesn't, you don't go away and think, now what was it they said? What did we do? Because it isn't left brain or lots of analysis and cerebral. It's actually experiential and getting in there, smelling it, tasting it, seeing it, playing with it. So then, you can just touch right back in wherever you are.
Well, I believe they're going to feel liberated and set free. I believe that they're going to be inspired, and they'll start to understand that there's far more to this universe than perhaps they'd appreciated, and that actually that magic and that mystery can return. And when they're operating from that place, from their whole energetic self, which is really, their soul self, then the intuition starts to flow. As I say, they're going to get the abundance on the outside. So really what we're about is offering on common sense to help leaders thrive in every sense of the word. It's about throwing out all the textbooks on how to do stuff and to actually live from that place of starting again.
Or you could say it's a bit like being a rebel, and it's okay to do that. It's okay to just say, what the... And I'll leave you to fill that bit in. But just have fun. Actually, that's the thing, isn't it? It's about, let's have fun, because when you have fun, when you play, then so much more is possible.
And it's infectious and contagious, and everybody wants a bit of your space. Everybody all of a sudden wants to know what you're doing and how you're doing it and what's different about you, and that is pretty magical.
And you'll never be the CEO that sends out 8,000 emails and people have it on automatic delete. So just think, wouldn't that be brilliant?
And you could have a life too.
Yeah.